Jordan,
Kofi, Xavier. How could you, man? Alright, so in one of my most recent videos, I made a video on why I thought Kofi Kingston was going to be the one to turn heel. And I was 50% right. What I did not see coming was both Kofi and Xavier turning heel. How could you do my guy Big E like that, man? I did not see that coming. Let's get straight into it, man. Alright, so the New Day reunion was on tonight's Raw. And I thought today was going to be the day. I thought it was going to be Kofi turning on Xavier or vice versa. I also pitched the possibility of Big E coming in as a managerial mouthpiece sort of thing. We'll get into it. I keep on jumping ahead. Let me just break it down bit by bit. Alright, so we've got Adam Pearce in the ring, introducing New Day to come out. The floor is theirs, you know? Just reminisce on some memories, say what they gotta say. Just a sort of like a nostalgia segment, you know? We see the stage, the ramp, and the ring set up all in New Day memorabilia, recounting the good old days of the group over this 10-year span. Surprisingly, they entered together, so when Adam Pearce first introduced the group, I thought they were going to come out separately or something, but surprisingly they came out together, so I was like, wow, like they're really trying to pull us in here, you know? Give us some sort of hope that they will remain together. And don't get me wrong, there was always the possibility that the New Day actually wouldn't break up. I can't remember if it was like an interview or like a segment on Up Up Down Down. I think it was Austin Creed who said this in particular. He said something along the lines of like, New Day will never break up, like ever. And there was a part of me that kind of believed him, you know, 10 years as a group. We have not seen this before, so although there was that possibility, let's be honest now, like I think everyone thought someone was gonna turn on someone here. And we did get that. Let me stop jumping ahead. My bad. I just can't believe what I saw, man. As soon as the segment ended, I got to recording straight away. Anyway, man, so we get into the ring. Xavier and Kofi, they're recounting the good old days of the group, you know. Surprisingly, no mention of Big E throughout their speech, which that was the first sign, now that I think about it. That was the first sign that something was up, but they didn't really give too many shout outs to Big E apart from when the crowd started chanting his name, and then Xavier said something like, yeah, I know, we miss him too, something like that. We get them kind of recounting the history of the group, the ups and downs, and then when we get towards the end of that portion of their promo, it sounds like they're about to announce the group going their separate ways. Everyone splitting up and doing their own thing. And I thought that was gonna be where it actually was gonna head to. They kind of tricked me a little bit. I was like, oh, maybe it is true that they don't want anyone to turn heel on each other, and this is a way to do it. So I was like, okay, alright, I'm interested. Then we hear this.
we all wanna go big.
Big E's back. I'm like, okay, we cooking. That's what I'm talking about. It could not be a New Day reunion without bringing back Big E. I actually got damn near emotional with this scene right here, man. Like, Big E comes out, you can tell the emotion on his face said it all. Low key, that was signal number 2 that something was up, but I'll let that one slide because it's an emotional segment right here. So regardless of if there was a turn or not, it's an emotional segment regardless. So I'll let that one slide, but Big E enters the ring and he basically says to the New Day, it's been heartbreaking seeing you two go back and forth over the weeks and just arguing with each other. Hold on, wait a second. Never mind, I was watching Raw just then. I've got Raw running in the background. For a second there, I'll explain exactly what happened. Pete Dunne was getting interviewed backstage, and then all of a sudden security were getting dragged in another part of the backstage area. For a second there, I thought Kofi and Xavier jumped Big E backstage. Again, I'm jumping ahead, I know. But this one's fair enough because I genuinely thought that was going to contribute to this recording. But anyway, we move. Then Xavier, he just snaps. He snaps on Big E. Talking about where was Big E throughout all these years, man. Like, where has he been? Like, yeah, he broke his neck, but Xavier, he done his ACL. And he came back in 9 months for Big E. So where was Big E? Like, top tier gaslighting right here. I'm not gonna lie, top tier. Xavier was going in on Big E, and Big E's face here. Give my guy an Oscar, man. Give my guy an Oscar. the emotion on Big E's face here, he really sold the segment. But yeah, man, Xavier goes in on Big E, then Kofi gets on the mic. And he starts going in on Big E, and I'm like, hold on a minute. Both Xavier and Kofi throwing in shots to him, talking about his neck injury, and basically coming out and saying, Big E, let's keep it real. You are never gonna get medically cleared. They try to gaslight my boy on live TV at this New Day reunion. I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Like, at this point, I would have rather someone got attacked. This was 10 times more heartbreaking than any physical betrayal, any physical heel turn could ever do, man. This was heartbreaking to watch. The segment basically ends with them telling Big E, we'll call you if we need you. But until then, get the hell out of our ring. And I'm like, damn, bro. Big E can't believe it. He's telling Kofi, he's telling Xavier, really? It's gonna end like this? I thought we were brothers, man.
You're supposed to be my brother.
Big E leaves the arena heartbroken. So in a way, I low-key was right, but I'm only gonna give myself half marks for this one because I did not see Xavier and Kofi both turning heel and remaining a faction still. Who knows? I'm recording this like as of right now, so who knows what's gonna happen in the weeks that follow this, but oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Golly, man. Golly. Kofi. Xavier. Come on, man. We'll see where this storyline goes in the next weeks and months that follow. I don't know where we're going to go from here because with the amount of heat the New Day have, I don't know if they're going to be targeting the world title, the tag team titles, or they're just going to go on a rampage on the roster, period. But we'll see where this goes, man. I'm really looking forward to where this journey leads. Who knows? Is Big E cleared or is he not? Either way, everyone that was a part of this segment did an incredible job, man. 10 out of 10. Probably segment of the year, in my opinion. If not segment of the year, maybe recency bias comes into play there, but if not segment of the year, it's got to be in the top 5, top 3 category, you know? That was crazy, man. But yeah, man, shout out Big E. I guess shout out Xavier, shout out Kofi. They did tremendous in this segment. But yeah, man, I guess the New Day technically didn't break up. They're still together. The New Day is still a thing. And that's a positive, I guess. But Big E, man, why'd you gotta do my boy like that?